Hello everyone, I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and today I am back in the Windy City for the Frozen Confines, taking place at Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field becomes the third venue after Comerica Park and Ford Field to make a reappearance on the channel. First venue outside of my hometown Metro Detroit to make a reappearance on the channel. I was here back in August to see a Chicago Cubs game, and now I'm back at Wrigley Field, but we're not seeing baseball today. We are seeing a pair of hockey games. That's right, it is a doubleheader tonight. Matinee game. It's my favorite team. It's the reason I'm here. It's the Michigan Wolverines taking on these guys, the Ohio State Buckeyes, in the first game of the day. Afterwards, we will have the Penn State Nittany Lions facing off against the not very far away Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Very excited to be here for this. I'm actually going with one of my best friends from growing up who is actually a Notre Dame alum, so this kind of works out perfectly where I get my game, he gets his game. It'll be really cool. I'm going to make my way over to Wrigley Field. I will catch up with you in a little bit.
Fans please beware of hunting bugs and do not accept any momentum, but enough force to cause serious injury. Please stay alert at all times during running play. As an officer in the U.S. Navy, as governor of Georgia, and as the 39th president of the United States.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
Lions take the lead. Birdside 2 minutes for cross-checking at 3:39, resulting in the Wolverines power play.
Hello everyone, I am back here in beautiful downtown Chicago. Final score of our games yesterday, Ohio State 4, Michigan 3, and Notre Dame 3, Penn State 3, with Notre Dame collecting the shootout victory. Despite the loss for my Michigan Wolverines, I had a lot of fun at this event. This was just such an objectively cool event to attend. I think that it was really well put on. Just really awesome stuff. Wrigley Field is just one of my favorite venues in all of sports. You know, this is my second time here in the past year, and it's incredible. It has such a unique feel and such a historical feel that just demands a sort of respect, you know. The experience of hopping on the subway downtown and taking it up to Addison and getting off the subway and just walking right into Wrigleyville. It's wonderful. It is such a wonderful experience going to anything at Wrigley Field, let alone seeing one of my favorite sports teams in the world play there. This game went a lot better than the last Michigan hockey vlog, albeit another loss. I got a goal on the channel this time, finally. Ohio State fans go home a little happier, but I still really enjoyed going to this event. One thing to know, if you ever go to a hockey game that takes place at a baseball field, the first thing is it's probably going to be really cold, and it was super, super cold. We ended up leaving after the second period of the Notre Dame Penn State game. Usually not big on leaving games early, but oh man, we had been there for about around 6 hours by that point. It was very cold. I had come to see the game that I wanted to see, and I made sure to get some shots of the Notre Dame Penn State game, so we definitely get both of them in there, just not the shootout at the end. The second thing that you gotta know, even though it's colder up high, if you want to have a good view of the game, you need to go sit up high. You have to do it. We sat up high for the Michigan-Ohio State game. That's where I was the entire game. I had a perfect view of the ice. I saw every puck that went into the net from both sides of the ice. It was just fine. It was just like watching a hockey game from a little bit of a weird angle at an upper deck in a normal hockey arena. If you are down low, it is very beautiful, and I got some shots of it during the Notre Dame Penn State game. You have this wonderful view of Wrigley. We went down to home plate at one point. It was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But you can't see crap for most of the game. You're gonna need to watch the screens if you're down low. So a little bit easier with an event like this. I know that the Winter Classic, obviously you're gonna have a complete sellout and you get what seat you get. But in an event like this, where it definitely was not a sellout, you have the option to go up. Definitely go up if you want to see more of the hockey game. The day just felt like a celebration of college hockey. It was really, really cool. I'm not going to be there tonight, but you also have Wisconsin women's hockey facing off against Ohio State women's hockey, and then Wisconsin men's hockey facing the number one in the nation Michigan State men's hockey team. They're facing off tonight as well. This was an event that was born out of the Winter Classic being held between Chicago and St. Louis here at Wrigley Field a few days ago. But for the most part, they really changed all of the branding over to make this feel like its own event. I could probably count on my hand the number of things like on the field or around the stadium that still were Winter Classic branded. The vast majority of it was all changed over to the Big Ten Frozen Confines hockey series, which I love. Made it feel like its own event, which was really cool. Unfortunately, they did not sell any pins with that really cool logo. So I did get a pin outside of the stadium with the Winter Classic logo, even though I didn't technically go to the Winter Classic. That was the logo that was on the ice during the game. So good enough for me. Nice way to commemorate going to this event. Another touch I loved, I couldn't forget this. The scoreboard. I mean, the traditional Wrigley Field scoreboard, they had converted it into like hockey purposes and then also a little bit of football and basketball on the right side, and just put Big Ten scores up for the right side of like football and basketball. And on the left, you had all the scores for this event happening here this weekend. Really cool touch. Loved that all the Big Ten flags were flying where the National League pennants usually fly. Just little details like that that made this event feel like its own thing while paying homage to the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field and what that experience is usually like. All around, really fantastic event. Just want to give a quick shout out here to one of my best friends from growing up, Daniel. He's the one providing the lodging for this trip. I am here in his wonderful apartment right now. It truly is wonderful, and it was really great getting to catch up with him and having a place here in downtown Chicago to come crash and get to do this. And anybody who can help me see more games, I just have so much gratitude. So thank you so much, Daniel, for helping make this trip happen. And I had a lot of fun with you going to the Frozen Confines, and congratulations to your Notre Dame Fighting Irish on getting the win in the shootout yesterday. That's just about to do it here from downtown Chicago. I am the Traveling Sports Nerd, and I will see you next time.